Hi, you might have seen the bauble that I made pop up on my grid earlier on in the week. I've had a few people asking me how it's made, so what I'm doing is I'm making a tutorial, a small short video tutorial to show you how to make it. This tutorial is going to be in two parts. The first part will show you how to cut the sheets, stick them all together. Then what you'll need to do is you'll need to put it in a press and leave it for a couple of hours. And once you've done that, you can come back and watch the second part of the tutorial. Okay, so to start with, we want to start with 32 sheets of square paper. I've pre-prepared these. It doesn't matter the exact size. I think these are about 9 centimeters squared. It was just cut, sort of offcuts from other paper that I've had. And I've trimmed them all though. We trimmed all of those. What we want to do next is you want to fold every single sheet in half in one direction. Okay, so once you've got all your sheets of paper folded, what you want to do is you want to cut each one into circles. I'm using my compass to keep them all the same size. I'm putting the point of the compass right in the middle of the sheet on that centre fold, so that when they fold in half exactly. Then what I'm doing is I'm going to cut 3 or 4 sheets at a time just to make it easier, and you need to cut all 32 sheets. Okay, so you should now have 32 circles all folded in half. You want to keep 2 of them to the side. Don't want to do anything with those just now. Make sure you keep them as they are. All the others we need to glue in a special way. So what I'm going to do, I'll just show you with a pencil. It's up to you whether you draw pencil marks on yours or not. They'll be hidden inside, so it doesn't matter if you do. So what you've got is you've got the centre of your circle. So the centre of mine's here. And you want to roughly halfway between the centre of the circle and the edge. Okay, I'll just put a dot there, and the other side roughly halfway between the centre of the circle and the edge. And then what you want to do is, I'll just draw a dotted line. You want to glue a line that's at a right angle to the fold line, and another one at a right angle again, same half of the circle, and you want to glue along there. So it's just a really thin line of glue. I'm using PVA. You just want a small line along both of those. So I'm just using a paintbrush to apply the glue. If you use a paintbrush, make sure you just wash it thoroughly with washing up liquid. Give it a really good rub in. Just wash it very liquid 3 or 4 times, and it will stop the glue sticking to your brush. So you just want to fold your circle in half. Give it a really good press. Okay, and you want to do the same with 30 of the circles. Okay, so 2 to the side, don't do anything with them. All the other 30, you want to apply the glue in exactly the same way. Okay, so you've now got 30 folded circles. What you want to get one of your ones you haven't glued, and we want to glue this one a little bit differently. You want to put it flat. You want to make sure the fold is on the outside of your circle, so you're placing it down and your fold is underneath. Now halfway across here, I'll just draw where we're gluing this. We're going to glue along from the centre at a right angle to the fold again, but across that centre line. Okay, you also want to be gluing a line that's just quite close to the top. Okay, again at a right angle, and another one close to the bottom at a right angle again. Okay, so that's 3 lines we want to glue on this one. So I'll just do that there. suddenly gone really nice and quiet. We've got people digging up the roads outside at the moment. It's quite nice having some peace and quiet while I'm doing this. Okay, so glued all three. Now what you want to get one of your half circles, and you want to position it just a millimetre or so it's almost on top of that half of the circle, but I leave a little gap, about a millimetre between the edge of that half and the centre fold of the circle beneath it. And you want to position one the other side again with about a millimetre between the edge of that circle and the centre fold. So you should have a little gap between the two folds. And what that gap's going to do is once you curve your bauble round, it will leave a hole right through the middle of your bauble to thread your string through. So I want to do that, and then what we want to do is on top of these two circles, you want to glue it exactly the same way you did on that one beneath it. So you want to glue a line across from the middle again. Okay, right across, so it goes across both circles. Make sure your centre fold's still in the middle. Another one along the top. And another one along the bottom. Okay, and then you want to get another half circle, put that on top as close to the one underneath it as possible. It's quite hard to get them exactly on top, but as close as possible is good. And another one the other side. Okay, now because you have 30 of these half circles, what you want to do is you want to build them up so that you've got 15 one side, 15 the other. Okay, so just still keep gluing across the middle, across the top, across the bottom, put 2 on, glue again, and just repeat that until you've got 15 of those each side. Okay, so once you've stuck down 15 each side, you notice it's starting to look a little thick. What you want to do, you want to glue them in exactly the same place you have before. So a line across the middle. Okay, one near the top and one near the bottom. Okay, and then what you want to do is you want to put your other piece of paper that you hadn't glued on the top. This side you want to make sure the fold is on the outside again, so your fold is on the top, and you just want to carefully press that right across the top. Give it a good press down. Okay, so you should have it looking like that. All right, and then that's you for the moment. I'll just turn the camera around. So you've got your circle. That's us at the end of the first part of this tutorial. What you need to do now is you need to put it in a press or weight it down under a pile of books and leave it for 2 hours. At least 2 hours, maybe overnight if you want, just so that the glue can completely set. It will be so tempting to take it out and have a look. If you do, the glue might start to come unstuck, so you're much better to just leave it, not be tempted to peek. What I'll do is I'll give you a slight peek of mine, just so that you don't feel tempted to do the same, so you can see what's starting to happen. So yeah, put this in a press, get a cup of tea, find something to distract you, and in 2 hours, come back and see the second part of my tutorial. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go make myself a cup of tea, go and pick the kids up from school, get them a snack, and hopefully by that point I'm ready to do the second part.